1887 First U.S. National Championship Women's Tennis, Philadelphia Cricket Club, Ellen Hansell wins inaugural event, beats Laura Knight 6-1, 6-0. In 1895 the first UK individual cycling time trial, organised by Frederick Thomas Bidlake, is held on a 50-mile course north of London. In 1900 US Open Men's Golf, Chicago GC, Harry Vardon of Jersey wins his only US title, beats Englishman J.H. Taylor by 2 strokes. In 1907 Canadian Interprovincial Rugby Football Union IRFU plays its first game. Montreal defeats Toronto 17-8 in Montreal. In 1908 Chicago White Sox pitcher Ed Walsh beats the Detroit Tigers 6-1 for his 40th victory of the MLB season, forcing the AL pennant race to the final day. In 1912 Boston Red Sox beat Philadelphia Athletics 3-0 for their 105th win of the MLB season, an AL record until the 1927 NY Yankees 110. In 1912 NY Highlanders play their last game at Hilltop Stadium and beat Washington 8-6. Brooklyn Dodgers play their last game at Washington Park and lose 1-0 to NY Giants. Ty Cobb's stealing record 1915 Detroit Tigers speedster Ty Cobb steals his 96th base of the season in a 5-0 loss to the Cleveland Indians. It stands as an MLB record until 1962 Maury Wills, 104. In 1921 First Baseball World Series radio broadcast, All-NY contest, Yankees beat Giants 3-0 at Polo Grounds. Sportswriter Grantland Rice is the announcer. In 1921 Writer Grantland Rice does the announcing as the New York Giants New York Yankees Baseball World Series is broadcast for the first time over radio WJZ WGY. He is not at the game, but in the studio reading updates received by telegraph. In 1922 NY Yankees and NY Giants play out a controversial 3-3 tie in 10 innings in Game 2 of Baseball World Series at Polo Grounds, Manhattan. Nick, Giants win Series 4-0-1. In 1932 with new ownership, Detroit Falcons officially changed their name to Detroit Red Wings, and the winged wheel is introduced. Previous names were Cougars 1926-30 and Falcons 1930-32. In 1941 Brooklyn Dodgers catcher Mickey Owen drops the third strike, allowing Tommy Henrich to reach first base safely for the Yankees in a famous World Series era. This would have been the last out, but instead, the Yankees score 4 runs and win 7-4, taking the series 4-1. In 1942 Baseball World Series, St. Louis Cardinals win Club's 4th World Series, beat New York Yankees 4-2 at Yankee Stadium for a 4-1 series victory. In 1947 Brooklyn outfielder Al Gianfredo makes a famous catch off Joe DiMaggio in Game 6 of the Baseball World Series. Dodgers beat Yankees 8-6. The catch inspires the back expression. Bobby Jones' rare disease 1949 Sportswriter Robert Ruark first reports golfing great Bobby Jones' rare spinal disease syringomyelia, which prevents him from playing any form of golf again. Knicks Draft Cousy 1950 Boston Celtics owner Walter Brown and coach Red Auerbach draw lots out of a hat for 3 members of the defunct Chicago Stags franchise and hit the jackpot with future 6-time NBA champion Bob Cousy. 1950 6th NHL All-Star Game, Detroit Olympia, Detroit. My first team ties second team 1-1, second year format, first vs. second All-Star teams with additional players. In 1956 catcher Yogi Berra becomes the 4th New York Yankee to hit a World Series Grand Slam in Game 2 at Ebbets Field in Brooklyn. The Dodgers win 13-8, but lose the series 4-3. 1957 11th NHL All-Star Game, Montreal Forum, Montreal, QC, All-Stars defeat Montreal Canadiens 5-3. In 1957 Ryder Cup Golf, Limerick GC, Great Britain Ireland win 7-4, Diaries captains home team to first cup victory since 1933. 1963 17th NHL All-Star Game, Maple Leaf Gardens, Toronto. On Toronto Maple Leafs tie All-Stars, 3-3, MVP, Frank Mavely, Toronto, LW. In 1970 MLB Championship Series, both end on the same day with the same score. AL Baltimore Orioles beat Minnesota Twins 3-0. NL Cincinnati Reds defeat Pittsburgh Pirates 3-0. Orioles win World Series 4-1. In 1975, Austrian Niki Lauda wins the United States Grand Prix at Watkins Glen to claim his first Formula One World Drivers' Championship, winning by 19.5 points over Emerson Fittipaldi of Brazil. In 1976 MLB expansion draft, Seattle Mariners and Toronto Blue Jays pick 30 unprotected AL players. Robert Jones of Seattle and Bob Baylor of Toronto are first picks. In 1980, Australian Williams driver Alan Jones wins the United States East Grand Prix to claim his first Formula One World Drivers' Championship, winning by 13 points over Nelson Piquet of Brazil. In 1980, the first regular season NHL game is played in New Jersey as the NJ Devils play a 3-3 tie against the Pittsburgh Penguins at Brendan Byrne Arena. Don Lever scores the first Devils goal. Cricket history 1982 Pakistan cricket leg spin bowler Abdul Qadir takes 7-142 as Australia is dismissed for 330 in the second test in Faisalabad. Greg Ritchie scores a maiden test century 106 not out, but the home side prevails by an innings and 3 runs. NHL record 1983 Edmonton superstar Wayne Gretzky scores a goal and an assist in a 5-4 win over Toronto in the Oilers' season opener. Starts NHL record 51-game scoring streak, ends 28-184. In 1983 Panamanian jockey Jorge Velasquez wins his 5,000th career race riding banquet scene to victory in the 4th race at Belmont Park. Dickerson's overtime record 1986 Rams running back Eric Dickerson runs for an NFL overtime record 42-yard touchdown as LA defeats the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 26-20 at Anaheim Stadium. In 1990 Pittsburgh Penguins left wing Kevin Stevens has 2 goals and 4 assists in a 7-4 opening night win against the Washington Capitals at Capitol Center to set an NHL record for most points in a season opener 6. In 1991 Fresno State ties